Hi, welcome to the Leighton Centre. My name is Jim Critchley. I'm an educator and one of the nature facilitators here at the Centre. I'm also one of the lead citizen scientists on the birding project here at the Leighton Art Centre. There were approximately 30 original, painted, decorated nest box, all on the fence very close to what is now our education center. Those boxes were on every single post, and because the birds that are attracted to nest boxes are very territorial, they probably were never used, and they certainly had fallen into disrepair. So I and a colleague decided that what we would do, knowing a little bit about bluebirds and a little bit about bluebird and nest box ecology, decided that we would remove those boxes, refurbish them, and place them appropriately around the 80-acre property here. What began as just a refurbishment has really blossomed into something that is citizen science at its best. Those original boxes, we were able to recreate 14 of them, and for the next 2 years, those boxes raised families of bluebirds and tree swallows, which are the two target species that we're trying to attract to our boxes. Over the year, there are thousands of school kids that come to the Leighton Art Centre for art and nature programming. And it was during the summer camp season of 2019 that the 14 brand new boxes were given to the summer campers and the counselors to decorate and embellish with just absolutely fantastic artwork. The result is the 14 new boxes that we can find on the property are now an art walk as well as a fabulous habitat for the birds. It's been really a fun project to get together. We aligned that also with a brand new walking trail, approximately 2.5 kilometers of trail cut through the meadow so that you can walk along and actually visit each of the 14 boxes and actually not only see the birds, but see the artwork as well. We anticipate the first birds to arrive in the spring to be mountain bluebirds, and true to form, this year, in 2020, the first birds to arrive right at the end of February, if you can believe it, with snow still on the ground, we saw our first bluebirds in the area. Those birds were actively nesting by the middle of May, and by towards the end of May, we saw that there were 3 of the 14 boxes had bluebirds in them. Here at the Leighton Art Centre, we're really pleased that our 3 nest boxes with bluebirds actually have female bluebirds, adults, that have returned to their nest box. And we're pretty sure we can see at least 2 of the male bluebirds have bands. We'll try and recapture them once they're feeding their young. We can catch them in the nest box and actually see if they're also returning with their mates from last year. Tree swallows arrive approximately 1 month later. They're kind of three weeks to 1 month after the bluebirds arrive, the tree swallows come back. And that makes sense because the tree swallows have to eat their food while they're on the wing. They have no ability at all to pick up food off the ground. They have to be flying when they eat. And of course, there needs to be active insect activity, flying insect activity for them to be able to not only get enough food for themselves, but also food for their young and to raise it. So it makes sense that they would be a little bit later in the spring as the insect populations start up. Their favorite food, mosquitoes, gnats, and other flying insects. We're gonna see the tree swallows have started to lay eggs and are really starting to occupy the nest boxes that the bluebirds are not in. Both of the birds are very territorial and will actively defend their nests from other birds wanting to go into those nest boxes. We are looking for who is going to occupy the box, that is the species of birds. And because we also now ban the birds, I hold a permit with Canadian Wildlife Service and Environment Canada to actually handle and examine and put the little ID bracelets on the birds. We actually are able to individually mark the birds, both the adults who we capture in the nest boxes and the babies, so that if we re-encounter them, we can actually tell where they came from, perhaps how old they are, or whether they have returned to the same area or whether they are moving and nesting in different places. So reorient her in my hand so she goes into, it's called the bandy grip. She has no band, so she gets a band. Perfectly done. And then a little spin. And she can go right back in. Three eggs. 3 eggs. So knowing that the birds lay an egg a day, if we can see 1 egg, we know when to return to band. So this particular bird will continue to lay eggs for 3 more days. And what's really amazing, in a miracle of nature, all of those baby birds will all hatch on the same day, typically within hours of each other. We like to come back and band the baby birds. They have adult-sized legs at about day 8. And we like to come back. There's kind of a sweet spot between 10 and 13 days that we like to come back and put the little ID bracelets on the babies before they fly. And that gives us an indication that they're marked now for the rest of their life as having been born in the 2020 season. We can actually go back literally to the day that they were born. So where have these birds come from? Well, each year they nest in Canada and of course nest right here at the Leighton Art Centre. And then sometime in late July and early August, they actually move away from here, first to higher elevations in the mountains, and then return to their winter homes, which are a migration down into the southern United States. And we know that our Alberta birds head towards the bluebirds in particular to New Mexico and northern Mexico. And the swallows actually head down, aiming more towards Central America and the Isthmus of Panama, and some of them even down into the upper reaches of South America. These birds in our nest boxes are protected by what's called the International Treaty of Migratory Birds. And that treaty makes it illegal to handle, to possess nest material or touch eggs or disturb nests. And it's very important that visitors to the Leighton Art Centre stay a respectful distance away. Please be close enough that you can have a good look at who's going in and out of the box, especially in the spring. But do keep your distance because they are raising families and they are a protected bird in Alberta and in Canada. So thank you for coming with us today on the Nest Box Art Walk and seeing what we do here as citizen scientists at the Leighton Art Centre. We hope that you'll join us soon on just a self-guided walk, or if you'd like to join us on one of the guided tours of the nest boxes, or one of the birding sessions, or one of the birding talks, please keep in touch here through the website at leightoncentre.org. And also, If you're interested in being part of the citizen science activities that we do here and elsewhere, please leave your name and contact information at the gift shop here. Have a great day.